everybody, it's Emily at Dark Schooling, and today I want to bring you my November favorites. First, I want to say that I'm filming this on my brand new camera, which is kind of freaking me out. It's a fancier camera than I've ever owned. It's heavy, it scares me. I don't really know how to use it. So if this video doesn't go up until like the middle of December, now you know why. The first two favorites are kind of like more silly things. One of my favorite things is this I came across this month. But one of my favorite food things was Lactaid sour cream. Now I know what you're thinking, like, what the hell, Emily, that's so dorky. Yes, I know, but I love sour cream. I love dairy. I love dairy so much. I love cheese. And when my body started to not appreciate the cheese so much, and I haven't been able to eat dairy for going on 2 years now, and it was hard. Like, I had to stop eating gluten like 5 years ago. That was nothing, I feel like, compared to having to give up dairy. So I've been trying my hardest to find things to still be able to make the foods I love. And one of the things I've missed the most was sour cream, and I could not find anything that tasted like sour cream. And then my grocery store just started carrying this, and oh my goodness, you guys, it's sour cream, basically. It tastes exactly the same. I can use it in whatever I want, and I don't get sick. So this makes me immensely happy, especially this month in December, because I'm going to be making potato latkes because my dad's going to be in town, and I'll be able to eat them properly. That makes me extremely happy. My next favorite is makeup related, and these are lipsticks by NYX. I recently discovered the brand NYX. I know I live in the stone ages of only using things like Maybelline and CoverGirl, but I'm expanding now. I'm a grown-up and I can start wearing different makeup. So anyway, I was at Ulta with my daughter and I saw these and I wanted to try them out, and I kind of got obsessed. I went back and bought more. And these are my favorite of the three I'm holding are these two. The NYX Liquid Suede. Not sure how that looks. There you go. So this color is Bella, and that's what I'm wearing now. And the other one I really like is Biker Babe. It's a darker kind of plum color. I really like that. And I also have one of their Slip Tease lipsticks, if you can see that. And this one is in Beyond Basic. It's a very nice nude. I really like it. It's kind of got a brownish tint to it. And I like dark colors and nudes like this in the fall. My next favorites are going to be TV shows. I would also talk about movies here, except we really didn't watch any movies in November that I can remember. Nothing sticks out. So the three shows that we've been watching in the month of November that we really like, my husband and I, we binged the entire 3 seasons of Black Mirror this month, and I'm kind of obsessed. I loved that show so much. It was really weird and really thought-provoking. If you don't know what Black Mirror is, it's a series on Netflix, and it's basically a modern-day Twilight Zone where each episode is like a mini movie, so it's a different cast for every episode. But each episode is about some kind of futuristic technology, basically. And they're all extremely plausible, which I think makes it more disturbing. Not every episode was upsetting, but a lot of them were. And I love shows that make me think, and this show definitely does that. And some of it is just like beyond creepy, like the idea that that could be a technology that not only could exist, but that people would want to exist. And I like that it shows both the good and the bad of the technology of, like, here's what could happen if this did exist. Some episodes made me almost cry, so I think I love it. I'm very excited for season 4. I don't know when that's coming out. I keep seeing 2018, but there's no date, so I'm hoping soon. But yeah, I highly recommend it. If you haven't seen it yet and you want to start, I would actually suggest skipping the first episode of season 1 and going on from there, and then come back to that episode later. It's not that it's a bad episode necessarily. I think it's just a weird place to start. There's some really weird, messed up stuff happening in that episode, and we almost didn't watch anymore after that. I was like, maybe not for me. And then we decided just one more episode and see before we called it quits on the whole series. And I'm glad we watched that second episode because I liked it a lot better. The next show I want to talk about is Vikings. And I know that's barely in November. It literally started like the second to last day of the month. But I'm going to count it because I've been like anticipating it for a while. That is one of my favorite shows. I love medieval drama. I love TV series and movies that focus on those time periods. And I think the Vikings are fascinating. And that show is awesome. It's so beautifully done. It's beautiful to see. It's well cast. Like all the actors are believable as their character. Lagertha is amazing. And I'm very excited to see where this season is going. I love the setup they have. I think Floki's storyline right now is my favorite. I'm really excited to see what they do with that. That's enough of that. I'm really excited to see the rest of the series. And the last show I want to talk about is The Walking Dead, which we've been watching for what feels like forever at this point. And I'm starting to, I still love it. I still enjoy it. I'll still watch it every single week. But it's starting to wear on me a little bit. I'm not going to quit watching, but I'm feeling like they need to end the series soon because I feel like they're about to hit a wall where people are going to get bored. And it's almost there. I've seen a lot of people say they quit watching after last season, and I'm wondering how much longer they can pull this off. I feel like they think they could run this series forever because it's so popular, but everything has to end, right? This season has been okay for me. It's some of the storyline I feel like are running together. Like I couldn't remember what episode we were on, and usually I'm pretty good with like being able to separate episodes. Everything's kind of running together. Some of the characters are bugging me. One of my biggest pet peeves at this moment with The Walking Dead is their need to hype the crap out of every finale. Like, I get so mad when they're like, there's gonna be a shocking scene. Something shocking is going to happen. I'm like, why are you telling me? Wouldn't it be more shocking if I didn't know something was going to be shocking? Like, now I'm expecting something shocking, and it's not going to shock me as much. Stop telling us. Let us just be surprised. That's just my opinion. Don't tell me to be shocked. Just let it happen. I'll probably still keep watching the show because I'm one of those people that has to see it through to the end. I watched every episode of True Blood, despite the fact that by the season 3 I was so freaking mad about that show. I hated it, but I kept watching. I couldn't turn away. So I feel like that'll be the same thing with me for The Walking Dead. Like I won't be able to stop. Moving on, my next favorite is going to be my favorite book that I read in November, and that's going to be Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. I've been slowly rereading the series as I write the Harry Potter units, and it's always fun to go back to Hogwarts. I mean, yeah, I will say that this is my least favorite of the series, which isn't really saying much because it's still a 5-star read for me because it's Harry Potter. But this book by itself bothers me mainly because of how teen angsty Harry is in this whole book. He is just, ugh. Sometimes I just want to take him aside and be like, I get it, I know. Bad things have happened. But stop being a dick to your friends. They're trying to help you. Calm down. Take it down a notch. Ugh. His whole thing was serious, bothered me. Like, I wanted him to use the mirror. You had the mirror. Why didn't you use that to contact Sirius instead of going through the fireplace? That would have been a smarter thing to do, I think. And you wouldn't have gotten tricked. Ugh, things like that. But my biggest issue with this book is Umbridge. Good God, I hate that woman so much. She is one of my, most hated villains, and I love a sympathetic villain. And sometimes you almost feel sorry for them, or you find some aspect about them that is good, so there's still a human in there. I don't know. There's nothing about Umbridge. Not a damn thing. I just hate that nasty hag so much. She has zero redeeming features. Zero. There's literally nothing about her that you can latch on to as maybe there's some good. Nope, there's no good. There's nothing. She's just a black pit of evil. Other than those things, though, I love this book. This is still, it's going to Hogwarts, and you get to cheer for Ron while he's playing Quidditch, and I love the whole Weasley is our king thing. I love anything with Dobby. The whole DA, the Room of Requirement, all of those things are awesome. I love that aspect of the book. So yeah, favorite read of the month. Favorite book I've been reading with my 8-year-old in our morning basket time is Professor Astrocat's Frontiers of Space, and this is by Dominic Walliman and Ben Newman. And oh my goodness, guys, this book is awesome. We are really enjoying it. It's beautifully illustrated. If you can see that. The illustrations are great. The information is great. I love the layout. We're getting a lot out of this book this month. This is maybe my new favorite space spine for the early grades. I might even end up adding this somewhere in grade 2 when we're covering space, because this book is fantastic. My daughter loves it. That's what's most important when she's like, can we please read the Cat in Space book? I'm like, yes, we can. And finally, I thought I'd wrap up with a mini book haul, and I'll show you the books I bought this month. I don't actually have that many to show you. I was able to pick up a copy of Intensity by Dean Koontz. The reason I've been wanting to read this is because we watched High Tension way back in September, I think, and my daughter and I hated it. It was terrible. The plot twist made no sense. It was just stupid. And we read online that it was actually plagiarized from Dean Koontz's Intensity, and he didn't want to fight it because he didn't want his book attached to that nonsense. And I don't blame him. I wouldn't want to be attached to that either. So now I kind of want to know what the story was supposed to be. So I'm really wanting to pick this up and see, because I also picked up The Boleyn King by Laura Anderson. I've been very curious about this book for a while. This is the first book in a series. I don't know if there's 3 books or if there's more in the series. I thought it was a trilogy, but I think there might be more. Basically, this is like a reinvented history. What if Anne Boleyn didn't die? What if she had had a son? And what would that look like? How would that have changed things? I believe this picks up when her son, Henry the Ninth, is coming of age and taking the throne, I believe. I'm not sure. That's really all I know. That it's a reinvention of history, like a kind of what-if alternate history of the Tudor period. And I love the Tudors. I will read just about anything that's set in Tudor England. So I'm very excited to pick that up. I picked up Otherworld by Jason Segel and Kirsten Miller. I really enjoyed, they wrote a series together called Nightmares. We read aloud the first book a couple of years ago. My boys loved it. And I bought the second book. I think there's a third, but we never picked that one up. But I just heard about this book the other day, and I had to snap up a copy because this is their first venture into young adult, and it was billed as Westworld meets Ready Player One, and I love both of those things, so I'm very excited. All I know is that it's something to do with some kind of video game, virtual reality type thing, where there's this game and there's no rules, but what if the game is playing you? Something like that. I don't know. It sounds awesome. I don't know if we're going to do this as a read aloud or if I'm just going to read it myself and then just hand it off to my kids. I don't know. We'll see what happens when we get there. I picked up Finding Wonders, 3 Girls Who Changed Science by Janine Atkins. I'm always looking for books to read with or hand to my 8-year-old about girls in science. My 8-year-old loves science, and she loves learning about space and animals and things, so I'm always looking for books for her. And this one focuses on Maria Marian and Mary Anning and Maria Mitchell. So I haven't read this yet, but it looks awesome, and I believe it's told in verse. Yeah, it's written in verse. So it should be a fun little read, and maybe it will inspire some further research. This next book was given to me graciously by the author to review and read as a possibility for Build Your Library. It is May Be by Caroline Starr Rose, and this is about a girl who lives on the frontier in Kansas on the prairie, so it's a pioneer family story, and I think the cover is stunning. It's beautiful. The other thing that I think is really interesting about her books is that they are written in prose. All her books are like that, I believe. And so I'm very interested to read this. And when I was researching her and her books, I saw that she had another book that I went ahead and picked up because I really wanted to read this one too. It's called Bluebirds, and this one is about the Roanoke colony, and it follows two girls, a girl who's English and a native girl who become friends. And again, it's written in prose, so I'm very much looking forward to reading both of these. I also picked up a copy of Wonder. This is like a children's book haul, basically. I bought a lot of children's books this month. I've never read this. I don't know how that has happened because this is one of the most popular books ever, I think, in middle grade. It's got a movie out. I don't know. Somehow I've missed the boat on this one, so I want to read it. And I want to see the movie. And I thought it might be a family read aloud. I haven't decided yet. And the last book I'm going to show you I picked up is The Harry Potter, A Journey Through a History of Magic. This book is beautiful. It's so pretty. This is just about anything that's mentioned in the book. So like anything from plants mentioned in herbology. So we got snake root and a remedy for snake bites. How to open Diagon Alley. Gnomes. Different herbs. Nicholas Flamel. Just all kinds of stuff, and some of it's actual facts, some of it's more like fictionalized for the magic from it and the story. It's a beautiful book, and I'm so pleased to have it on my Harry Potter shelf because it's gorgeous. I could see this being something that, you know, my kids will flip through, and yeah, fun. This would also be really fun to add to the Harry Potter unit studies, just FYI. If you're doing those units and you haven't picked this up, you probably should. I highly recommend it. It's gorgeous. Those are all of my favorites from this month. What are your favorite things from November? I'd love to hear about it. You can share down below in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Happy reading. Bye!